friends. Today I am coming at you with a 6-month follow-up to my gastric sleeve procedure. So what really happened? I'm going to go through all those details. I'm going to tell you about my weight loss, and I'm going to tell you about my diet. I don't like to use that word because I just the first three letters, you know. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you what exactly happened. And I want you to keep in mind that whatever I say, don't let it scare you. Don't let it sway you away from this surgery if you are on this journey. So because I actually, to be honest with you guys, I have had a very good journey with this. I have had no complications, but I do want to tell you what exactly happened the day of surgery. So nothing bad, nothing traumatic. So let's just jump right into it. So the day of surgery, November 7th, 2022, I get up early, I head over. My mom was my designated driver, so I head to her house. I stayed there for about 5 days. Monday. Actually, I went home Tuesday. I went to her house Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So about 6-ish days I was recovering there at her house. Because the first night, Monday night, was I was in the hospital. So I get to her house Monday morning, early Monday morning, drop off my stuff that I'm going to be using while I'm there recuperating, and I do my morning drink, which is apple juice that they give you. They give you 2 cups of apple juice. They want you to drink the whole thing about 30-ish minutes before your procedure. Went ahead and did that. And I don't remember if I'm telling you right that you're supposed to drink both the morning of, or just one, and then maybe the night before. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure both of them is the morning of. So anyway, so we're at her house. We're on the way up to the hospital, which is about 45 minutes away from where we live. So on the way there, I'm drinking this cup of apple juice, and I'm really enjoying it, and Anyway, so we get there, and I check in. They take me up to the pre-op area where there's a stretcher kind of thing where you change into your fashionable gown, and they ask you all kinds of questions, and so I go through all of that. I finally hop in the bed stretcher thing, and there is a nursing student there. Very sweet gal, very, very sweet gal. So she says, hey, before I get into that, there are other nurses there, kind of supervising her, and they say, hey, she's a nursing student. Is it okay for you to, do you give permission to have her work on you? Yes, okay, so we got to start somewhere, right? So why not start on me? So anyway, I'm in the bed, I'm in my fashionable gown. They're asking me all kinds of questions, making sure I'm ready for this procedure. And the nursing student goes to give me my IV in my left hand, which I don't really mind, like either extremity, hands, arms. I have good veins all over my body, so I'm very lucky there. But because she's a nursing student and she's fairly new at this, she ended up blowing my vein. Now, I know that sounds scarier than what it really is. It didn't hurt, maybe just a little bit of pressure, but they ended up wrapping my hand without the IV, and another nurse who was supervising her kind of took over and gave me the IV in this hand. Again, painless, but as the hand is wrapped, my mom is, kind of sitting there, and she's like, oh, your hand's swollen. I'm looking at, oh, well, I'll be, But it looked more swollen than it was because they put a gauze here, like a little gauze pad, under the wrap. So it kind of like that. But yeah, anyway, so before they wheeled me into the OR, I was able to remove the bandage, and my hand looked fine, maybe a little bruised, but no big deal. So I told her, you know, when she felt so bad, you guys, she felt so bad when she did that. But she was new. In fact, she had the syringe, and as she was working on my hand, she almost poked me with that syringe. So yeah, if you end up with a nursing student, I hope everything goes smoothly for you guys. I hope it's a good experience all around for you. So not everybody's going to get a learning student. So in any of my other surgeries, I didn't have a student. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, this was a good experience for her and me, because I was like, you know, don't worry about it. You got to start somewhere, you know, things happen kind of thing. So hopefully I encouraged her, and hopefully she didn't give up on my whole career. Okay, so that part aside, I got the IV in my hand. I'm in my gown. They gave me a stylish cap to wear and socks, anti-slip socks. So I am all fashioned up, ready for the runway, so to speak. So yeah, so I don't remember who came in first, anesthesia or surgeon, but they both came in at different times. And the surgeon came in, he explained the procedure again to me. He explained it during my pre-op before. So he kind of gave me the rundown again so my mom could hear, so she can know what's going on or what's about to happen to her daughter. So everything is going well so far. Anesthesia came in. She explained the process of, you know, anesthesia. I'm going to be knocked out, not feel a thing. Don't worry about it. All good to go. Okay, so they made their appearance. So next thing I know, I'm ready for the big deal, right? So they took me in and they walked me. Oh, by the way, I had made a request to my surgeon to take pictures. I made this request during pre-op in his office. So he was like, yeah, we'll take pictures, no big deal. So yeah, so as they're wheeling me down the hall, I'm going this way, and he's like coming this way. He goes, yeah, I'll take your picture. So I was like, yeah, cool. So I'm in the OR, and they have me scoot over to the table thing. And next thing I know, I'm this part, you guys. I don't want it to scare you because it's not traumatic, okay? Next thing I know, I'm prying my eyes open. You know how like when you first wake up in the morning, but yet more intense than that. The breathing tube was still down. So I'm opening my eyes, you know, and I start realizing that there's a tube down. And instinctively I start chewing on it. And everybody there, you know, Leslie, don't chew on it. Leslie, don't bite it. Next thing I know, yoink, they removed it. And I started coughing, which is exactly what they wanted. They want you to cough. They want you to get that out. Next thing I know, I'm waking up again, and I'm in a whole nother room, and I'm going, oh, the gas is real. Because you guys, I don't know if you've heard, but anytime you have abdominal surgery that's laparoscopic, you will have gas pains. Now, I was very lucky when I had the hysterectomy. I did not experience that, at least to the degree that I did with the gastric sleeve. So I kept saying that, and at this time I'm in recovery. I'm in the big recovery room where there's nurses here, there, and everywhere. So I had this really sweet nurse, and she was just on it. Like if I was in pain, she gave me medicine. If I was nauseous, she gave me medicine. I had a emesis bag. They call it emesis. It's a vomit bag, basically. I had one of those. So anytime I got nauseous, I would start to reach for it, and I would say, oh man, I'm nauseous, you know. But by the time they gave me medicine, I didn't need to use that bag. That's how they were on it. That's how well they are on the ball. So I'm laying there, and you guys, I was actually in the recovery room for several hours because they couldn't find a bed. I was supposed to go to an actual inpatient room because I'm supposed to spend the night there at the hospital. But I don't know how long I was in recovery. I want to say at least 8 hours, you guys. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not complaining either, because what can they do if there's no bed, right? So they have me there in that recovery room, and they're taking very good care of me. They're on the ball. They see everything that's going on. And at one point I open my eyes and I see my mom walking in front of my bed. I was like, oh sweet, you know, they let her in, you know, awesome. So she's there, getting caught up on everything, how well the surgery went, and yeah. But while I'm there in recovery, and even afterwards, you guys, I had nausea, like waves of nausea, but I never really threw up. So finally around, I don't know, maybe after 9ish at night, they found a bed, and they wheeled me up to the 4th floor, penthouse. The only drawback was I had a roommate, and you guys, this roommate, how can I put it? She was interesting. And the funny story is, when they first wheeled me into the room and I got settled into the bed, the nurse came up to me. She goes, you're gonna hear some cussing. Don't freak out. It's not us. I promise. It's just somebody down the hall. Okay, yeah, no bigs, right? I hear cussing all the time, right? So I'm in the bed. I'm trying to relax. I'm so tired, you know, from having a big day. I finally have access to my phone. Yippee! I can text people and say, hey, I'm alive. And anyway, so night goes on and I hear cussing. And I'm thinking, that's not down the hall. It's right there. And I'm just, you know, letting it ride. This stuff really doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just somebody's voice, somebody talking. But you guys, by the time I left the next day, I was ready to either leave or show her a one-way ticket out the window. So, being the law-abiding citizen that I am, I was a good girl, and I held it together, because you guys, I'm making it sound really bad because all she did was complain. Oh man this, oh man that. Okay, yeah, I get it. You're in pain, you don't feel good, you probably just had major surgery too. I suspect she had a hip replacement, but that's just me being nosy. I didn't ask, I didn't really talk to her much. But anyway, at one point I get up and I'm walking the halls because I'm supposed to help prevent blood clots, and I had to unplug my IV machine. So I'm taken, because I still have the IV, so I can't just, anyway, so I've got the machine with me, so it's my little buddy. I've got it unplugged and I'm walking down the hall, right? Just kind of being a good patient. And by the time I return to the room, it starts dinging because, oh, it's unplugged, it needs to charge. Maybe the IV fluid is running low, who knows? I don't know, I don't understand that stuff. But I'm walking by and this thing is ding, ding, like real loud. So naturally, yeah, I understand it's gonna get on her nerves. And you guys, I think she was, I don't know, maybe she had dementia. Maybe she didn't realize exactly what she was saying or doing, but if you talk to her, she was really pleasant, like really super pleasant. But it's funny, she goes, ah, shut up. Talking to the machine, not me. So I was like, okay, you know, I didn't say anything. I just, haha, you know, just kind of plug it in so it'll stop. Nurse came in and did her thing on the machine and pretty much put that machine at ease and put this patient at ease. So yeah, that was basically my roommate, sharing a room with her. It was only a 2-patient room as opposed to my the other surgery that I had almost a couple years ago, August 2021. I had 4, there was 4 of us. So there is me, there is a patient across the way here, there is one here who is always on her phone, notifying her family of everything going on. I think her family called her a lot, which is awesome, super supportive. That really didn't bother me because she wasn't really, hi, I just had surgery and you should know exactly what no, she wasn't that way. And then there was somebody across her, so there was one, me, her. So yeah, that was my hysterectomy. If you haven't seen any of my hysterectomy videos, go ahead and check those out there. There's a playlist. Feel free to catch up there. It was quite a journey. It was fun. It was yippee. And I gotta say, you guys too, my gastric sleeve journey is amazing as well. I had no hiccups. I didn't vomit until I was at work. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks after the surgery. No, I'm telling you wrong because I was off for a week. Yeah, I think I might be telling you right because it was a few days of me working that I actually finally, but I did it because I was taking pills to help, like over-the-counter type pills to help me like relax with my anxiety. And they didn't really agree with my stomach all that well at the time. Before the surgery, I didn't have any problem, but I can tell that I would feel slight queasiness as I took them, and I didn't figure it out until, So anyway, so that day I tossed my taters. It wasn't a whole lot, just enough, maybe like a small teaspoon if even that. It was mainly dry heaves. But I went ahead and went home. I told my the general director at my job, I go, yeah, I just threw up. He goes, yeah, why don't you go home? It's okay. So yeah, I did. And that wasn't the only time I threw up. It was the only time during that spell. I quit taking those calming pills, by the way, you guys, because I don't need them. I figure I feel a lot better now than I did before the surgery, because before the surgery, yeah, I was an anxious mess. My brain was foggy. I couldn't concentrate. Now I feel a lot healthier. I'm concentrating better. I have less brain fog, and this surgery literally saved my life. But I have thrown up, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And this is completely my fault. I overate, and I am a stickler when it comes to the 30-30 rule, where you drink your water and then you wait 30 minutes before you eat, and then wait 30 minutes again or longer, and then drink your water again. So do I take 30 minutes to eat? No. I am a fast eater, but when I was a kid, I used to be a very super slow eater. And I'm probably making up for it because nowadays I eat really fast. Maybe not as fast as I did before surgery, but yeah, I'm eating faster than my surgeon would probably like. But yeah, so anyway, when I waited the 30 minutes, or at least 30 minutes after that big huge meal, and I started drinking water because I was really thirsty. And I thought, okay, this is it. I'm gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lose my guts. I set the water down, and I'm talking with my mom. This is after my recovery. I'm just visiting her. I see her. I visit with her every Friday. So it was a Friday. We had gone to lunch where I overate. We came to her house, chatted, and while we were chatting, I had that water chug-a-lug, put it down, and then as we were talking, I started feeling, oh no, here it comes. So I go, oh, I gotta throw up. So I get up and I go to the bathroom, and it was quite a bit. But that was completely my fault, you guys. I still am learning to listen to my stomach when she says, I'm full, no more. By the way, her name's Eve the sleeve. So yeah, Eve was trying to tell me all along, don't eat anymore. I can't have any more in here right now. But I didn't listen. Anyway, I have had other times where I got nauseous because I overate, but nothing really. I came close to vomiting here at home, but I won, I conquered, I did not lose my guts. So this video sounds like it's a lot about vomiting. So yeah, anyway, let's fast forward past that. So otherwise, I've had an amazing 6 months post-op, post-gastric sleeve. Yeah, I'm eating a lot less. I'm eating more now than I did like right after the surgery, because right after the surgery there's restrictions. So you go in stages. There's like stage 1 is clear liquids, stage 2 I believe is full liquids, stage 3 is soft foods, stage 4, which is where I am now, you can actually eat the crunchier stuff, but just chew it really good and not rush. But yeah, I won't get to stage 5 until I hit my goal weight, which is probably about 30 more pounds. So I lost about 40 pounds since my surgery, and I lost about 82 pounds, I think, altogether. So I lost about 42 pounds before the surgery and then 40 pounds after. So this surgery, you guys, has been one of the best surgeries I've ever had. This next to my hysterectomy. Both of them amazing, wonderful, life-saving surgeries. So do I recommend it? Yes. If you are on a similar journey and you're weighing your options, you're doing your pros and cons kind of thing, you guys, this surgery for me is a big, huge pro. It's a huge lifesaver. But I must tell you, you have to be ready for it. And the way you know that you're ready for it is if you can look ahead and say, I don't want that junk, I don't want those cookies, I don't want that popcorn, ice cream, you name it, whatever your go-to snack was that was unhealthy. If you can recognize that you're done with that, then you are ready for surgery. I didn't think I would ever be done with ice cream or any of the other stuff I mentioned, chips. You guys, I used to snack so badly at night. I would eat the whole thing of whatever it was until I was so full I didn't want to ever eat again, kind of thing, until the next day. And then I'd do the same thing, like a big cycle. I used to buy these big old cookies, like literally that big, and I would eat like 4 of them in one night, like one evening. Not in one setting, but I'd have to take breaks. But by the time that evening or night was over, that box is empty. It's like a 4 cookie box like that. And yeah, I used to buy big barrels of cookies. Those were my weaknesses. Cookies, ice cream, my weaknesses. Now I don't even want that stuff because I have come so far, you guys. And I have I've transitioned to healthier snacks. So I eat a lot of plant-based items. Right now my go-to is plant-based jerky, teriyaki. You guys, that stuff is chock full of protein. And protein is exactly what you need once you have the surgery. They want you to focus first on the protein and then the veggies and yeah. They don't want you to have a lot of sugar. They don't want you to have a lot of carbs. They don't want you to have a lot of starches. So I'm steering away from all of that. And if I have to have something that has that stuff mixed in, I make sure it's very, very little. And this is my new norm, you guys. I don't even want to take on stage 5 foods because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole that I went down before. Right now, I am happy as a clam. I love my food. I love my choices. I have a lot of choices. People who are not on this journey, who haven't really done a whole lot of research as to what foods I can have, they don't realize. They feel like I'm limited, but I'm not. I'm not limited. There are few restaurants that I cannot go to. I used to love Mexican food. I've accepted that I can't have that anymore, and that's okay. Because what I can have, you guys, I love so much. Chicken is my favorite meat. I can have that. Although I steer clear of fried chicken, sometimes I'll have breaded chicken. I know I'm naughty. They probably don't want me to have that, but I do have plant-based items like quite often. So that jerky is a perfect example. I'll sit there and snack on jerky and get my protein in. So yeah, so you're probably wondering what my scars look like. The two ones on the outermost sides have faded quite a bit. The two ones on the inner sides, you'll see like that, but they're not like fresh. They're just darker because they were bigger. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you. So I don't know if you can see that faded one like right under my pinky. There's that one. And then there's this one here. It's in the shadows. I'm trying to adjust the camera so it'll appear more freely. Oh, there we go, just adjust my arm. That's the one where they pulled the stomach through. This is the one where I think they held the liver out of the way. And then this one here, I think, you know, I always have a time trying to find this last one. I think that's it right there. That faded one right there. But yeah, that's what they look like. These two in the middle are the most prominent ones, or the bigger ones, and yeah, they have healed up nicely. So yeah, that's my 6-month follow-up to my gastric sleeve surgery. You guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm not a doctor, but I will certainly do my best to answer each of your questions to the best of my abilities as a patient, as somebody who has gone through the procedure and is going through the I won't say recovery because I'm fully recovered, but the afterwards effect that I will go through for the rest of my life, which is awesome. Oh, by the way, I should mention too that I am taking vitamins. They want you to be on vitamins for the rest of your life. And for me, those vitamins are multivitamin without iron. I'm getting my blood done, I think tomorrow. If all goes well, I'm going to have my blood checked. And they're going to check to see if I need to start with the iron. I highly doubt it, because I just had an iron test maybe 3-ish weeks ago, maybe right in there, and my iron was fine. I'm also taking calcium citrate, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm taking fibers, like fiber capsules, and I'm taking, what is that fourth one? I always draw a blank here. No, the fiber gummies and stool softener capsules is those 4 items I take every night as part of my regimen for a healthy life. So yeah, I do feel a whole lot better than I did before surgery. So yeah, again, you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them at me. I will do my best to answer all of them as best as I could. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you with me. If you have subscribed already, thank you so much. It is awesome having you with me. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and share it with those who also might be going through this journey. And I really hope it helps somebody out there. So thank you so much again, and I will see you on the flip. Bye-bye.